Hello and welcome. My name's Emma and this is the 10-Minute Quilter. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm laughing because I've made this intro about 6 or 7 times now and I keep fluffing it up, so we're going to try really hard not to do that on this one. On today's video we are going to make a start on trying to work through some of those fat quarters that have quite frankly built up to epic proportions at the moment. And I know I'm not the only one that's got this problem. So we're going to do a few videos and a few quilts and see if we can work through some of them together, shall we? So today's video is, it's a pattern that is from a YouTube channel called Moonkin Stitchery. And it's their checkerboard brick fat quarter friendly pattern, and I will put a picture of it up here because my printer decided that it wasn't going to print in colour today. It's gone on strike, I know the feeling. And I have mentioned on a previous video that I have pulled a selection of fat quarters out that are tying in with that sort of colour palette. This is a beginner friendly quilt and she says that you should be able to do it in a day. Now I haven't got a day, I've got a few hours in and amongst around other things today, but I thought I could make a start on it and we'll see how we get on with it, shall we? And my tummy's rumbling now because it thinks it's lunchtime, so you'll have to ignore that, I'm afraid, sorry. I'm going to do a throw size which uses 12 fat quarters, which works out at 54 inches by 68 inches. So I have got my machine threaded up, I've got my cutting board all ready to go. Yeah, let's see how we get on, shall we? Right then, it's the end of the day. I haven't pushed hard on this at all really. I've had a lot of other things going on in the margins, but you could easily get this done in a day with no problems whatsoever. So I've got, what have I got? 9. I've got 9 of them put together into the big block checkerboards, and they come out, you know, at a nice size. Yeah, it's so far so good. It's going really well. Unfortunately, some of these fabrics have been horrendous. The really loose weave ones, they just, I mean, you can see, you only have to touch them and they start to fray. So they slip and move all over the place. So I've had to be a little bit careful with those, which is a bit of a pain, but so they've gone together really nicely. I've got about 4 pressed up, all ready to go. The rest of them underneath are waiting to be pressed. Now unfortunately, you know, life happens, doesn't it? And I've got a workshop tomorrow, I've got a workshop on Friday, so I'm not going to get a chance to get back to this probably until some point over the weekend, unfortunately. But so far, really super quick and easy. Gets my vote. Right, so it's now Tuesday and I had a good couple of workshops Thursday, Friday, and nice weekend, but also managed to get this put together. So not my best piece of work, let's just say that right from the very beginning, shall we? But it's together and I am quite pleased with the end result. It's a nice little pattern. It's very beginner friendly. It's very clear instructions, and you've also got the YouTube video that goes along with it, which is, you know, can be quite helpful. You get a downloadable PDF, which is great, and it's got a great size range from a baby, which uses 4 fat quarters, right up to a king size, which I think uses 42 fat quarters in total. So if you've got some fat quarters to get through, you could very easily use a big chunk of them if you wanted to. I did the throw size, which came out at I think 54 inches by 68, and that works out as a really nice size for the care leavers quilts, because they like it in that sort of size range, which is brilliant. Quite pleased with some of the fabrics. Some of them were from, my husband got me this, or some of these came from Canada on one of his work trips, I think they were in a bit of a bundle, which were really nice. Some of them I did not like using. So these really loose open weave ones here were bought in a bundle from Juicy Juice about maybe 2-3 years ago, maybe even more, I don't know, but they are just awful. they're just horrendous. Look, I think you can see they're right wussy, you know. As soon as you touch them they cave, they fray. As soon as you cut into them they fray. As soon as you sew into them they move and they fray. You get the theme here, do you? I've stitched all the way around the outside of the quilt in an attempt to minimise it, but I don't know if you can see, look there, I'm gonna have to lose a big chunk off the edge of the quilt, I think, once it's quilted, to allow for that. So much so that I am also thinking about putting something, some tape or something, Vilene or something like that over the inside of the seams, because I'm a bit worried that they're just going to disintegrate. I think when I come to quilt it, I will quilt it quite heavily, quite densely maybe, to try and overcome that. But I think the idea is not to leave this one lying around for too long, because I think the longer I leave it, the greater the potential for it to disintegrate even more, really. So yeah, I've got something else that needs to go on the frame first, so I'll get that done, and then I think I will try and load this one on ASAP, get it done and finished. So much so that I also pulled out the remainder of the fat quarters out of that bundle. The rest of them are okay, they're a bit tighter weave, but these loose weave ones, so what's that? That's 5 fat quarters there. They're going to go, because I can't be doing with that sort of hassle. So yeah, they're going to go. Ta-da. So yes, I will get this quilted up and find something to bind it with, I think. But yeah, it's a nice little pattern, and that's 12 fat quarters dealt with, done. No background or anything like that to go with it, just the fat quarters. So 12 of them are out and finished with, and if you count those 5 down there, that's 17. My powers of mathematical ability astound even myself sometimes. But that's 17 fat quarters out of my drawer. But I shan't be going out and buying 17 more, that's for sure, because I've got plenty more to be going on with. So that's you know, an ongoing project. So yes, go and have a look at Moonkin Stitchery, and if you do have a go at one of her patterns, please do let me know. But yeah, quite pleased with that one, so that can just ta-da, go to one side for now until I can get it quilted. So if you do come across any more fat quarter patterns that are nice, quick and easy, then please do let me know. I think that's it for this week. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and click the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. That would be great. And I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye bye.